DBS Radio. Up next, the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
In the headlines, Education Minister Octavia Alfred says government appreciates the contribution of Dominican teachers. The Jamaica government launches $20,000 one-off reverse income tax credit program, and Israel bombs central Beirut in precise strikes. Welcome to the DBS Major Morning News for today, Thursday, the 3rd of October, 2024. The details of these and other stories coming up.
The range of King juices are 100% natural with no added sugar. King offers a range of refreshing juices which are enriched with vitamin C and no added preservatives. Delight yourself in one of King's nectars or treat your little ones with a Kinita box drink at a refreshingly low price today. Keen, the juice in our lives. Sold at major supermarkets island-wide. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back. I'm your presenter this morning. My name is Joseph Fadul. First up this morning, Education Minister Octavia Alfred says government appreciates the contribution of Dominican teachers. Her comments come as the Dominica Association of Teachers and Teachers Island-wide observe Teacher Appreciation Day today.
On behalf of the government of Dominica and the Ministry of Education, I extend Happy Teachers Appreciation Day greetings to all teachers at all levels and Happy Teachers Day too on Friday. The Ministry of Education, on behalf of the government, thanks you for your efforts and your work in choosing to shape the future. You are the champions on the ground and you must always see yourselves as such. Truth be told, everything about teaching is awesome, incredible, rewarding, tiring, and life-changing. No matter what we may hear within the media and what that friend of yours may say, no matter how many times we may hear people simplifying or misunderstanding your impact as professionals, the fact is, teaching is the parent of all professions, skills, and abilities. Thank you for pushing our students to recognize their potential and to plant those seeds of knowledge and new perspectives that have continued to grow, and for sharing your patience, knowledge, and understanding. As we celebrate you today, thank and appreciate yourselves and acknowledge what you have accomplished. Continue to embrace your students. Do a little more. Celebrate within the reality of excellence. Listen and love with your heart.
She says the appointment of teachers will continue this year.
The Ministry of Education congratulates the 77 teachers who received their appointment in the last school year. We look forward to many more appointments being effective this year. The government will continue to provide support in training to build your capacity personally and professionally. We continue to work to ensure modern, beautiful spaces conducive to teaching and learning. We continue to work on creating a management structure for government primary schools. The review of the early childhood structure is complete and will go to Cabinet this month.
Minister for Education Octavia Alfred. The police will have the services of a former senior officer to assist officers in several areas, such as report writing and collection of evidence. Duke Severin will take up the position of instructor. Meantime, training for 60 police recruits is to get underway this month.
In the coming weeks, in the month of October, we will see the commencement of recruit training of 60 additional police officers, men and women. What I'd like to see as the minister is to have a specific beat unit. Go back to the days when 2 o'clock in the morning, you could have seen police officers in uniform on the road. Because while you're asleep, the criminals are awake. And we'll continue to ensure that all the training that you need to make a better police force is done. We have locally people with the requisite talent to assist the police. And next month, we'll be engaging the former superintendent of police, Mr. Duke Savre, and we will serve as an instructor to deal with a number of police subjects. Report writing, statement writing, the protecting of crime scenes, the collection of evidence, the need to protect the custody, the chain of custody of exhibits. All these things are critical to the outcome of a matter.
Minister for National Security Rayburn Blackmore, meantime, chairman of the Police Welfare Association, David Andrew Jr., says the police will embark on initiatives to bring the community and police closer together.
Because we truly believe our communities are our partners, and in order that we continue to ensure the peace and prosperity of our nation, we must engage and collaborate with our communities. We must build a strong relationship with our communities, bearing mutual trust, where members of the public don't feel threatened by the presence of the police, but feel a sense of peace, safety, and security. That's why, in the coming months, there will be even a greater drive and direction by the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force geared towards community policing initiatives.
Chairman of the Police Welfare Association, David Andrew Jr. Director of Engineering Services at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, Nicole Laville, says Clinical Technologies Week highlights the important contribution made by its Engineering Services Department. She says the team, which maintains equipment at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, must not go unnoticed. The curtains will be drawn on activities for Clinical Technologies Week today.
Because oftentimes you think of healthcare, and yes, we appreciate our nurses and our doctors. They're very much at the front line, and they're the front faces that we see when it comes to healthcare. But we have allied services as well, such as clinical engineering, that support the frontline workers, the nurses, the doctors, by maintaining the medical equipment that they use to diagnose, to treat patients. So for this week, we wanted to highlight the hardworking team who maintains the medical equipment, who tests them, make sure they are safe for the doctors and the nurses to use. And we also know that the work of the clinical team directly affects patient outcomes as well, because if we don't have equipment to use, then patient care is compromised. So we wanted to highlight the hardworking clinical technicians and clinical engineers who maintain the medical equipment. So this is the purpose of this week. I also wanted the public to, and even the staff here, to appreciate also the cost of these devices. We may see them almost as commonplace, and maybe we take them for granted. So for example, a vital sign monitor Almost every patient that comes to the hospital will interface with a vital sign monitor. And these are the devices that the nurses use to take your pressure, take your temperature, your pulse.
Director of Engineering Services at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, Nicole Laville. Dominicans have been encouraged to work with the Dominica Council on Aging in an effort to better safeguard the lives of the elderly on island. The call came from Acting President of Dominica, Her Excellency Josette Matthew, on the observance of International Day of Older Persons on Tuesday. Her Excellency Matthew commended the Dominica Council on Aging for the work which they have been doing for the elderly on island.
Our webinar basically focuses on the challenges in the maritime sector and possible solutions in regards to Dominique.
The work of the Dominica Council on Aging Incorporated remains exemplary as a selfless, voluntary entity that ensures that our older persons are kept active and engaged and their well-being, comfort, and dignity are protected. This organization deserves all the commendations being bestowed upon it. I call upon all citizens, organizations, and institutions to lock hands in this noble cause. Let us reaffirm our commitment to protecting the rights, well-being, and dignity of our older persons. Together, we can build a society where every individual, regardless of age, can thrive and contribute to the common good of all.
Acting President of Dominica, Her Excellency Josette Matthew. An expert-led webinar with a focus on sustainable fisheries management is set for Wednesday, 9th October 2024. The webinar is a collaborative effort between the Sustainable Ocean Alliance SOA Dominica chapter and the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and the Blue and Green Economy. Project Manager for Sustainable Ocean Alliance SOA Dominica chapter, Shania Scotland, says the maritime sector in Dominica will also be discussed during the webinar.
Our webinar basically focuses on the challenges in the maritime sector and possible solutions in regards to Dominica, as well as challenges within sustainable fishing. And if we're being very honest, most of our community is situated along the coastline, so it's we're directly connected to the marine environment, and our activities affects how healthy it is. So in the long term, we would like to ensure that environment is healthy so that it can continue to provide the ecosystem service that it already does for us in a natural and positive way. So this is what our webinar will mainly focus on. It will also touch on, the fact that, we need to be more sustainable in trying to address our emissions, and also in regards to pollution and how we can, regulate pollution and its impacts on, the coral reefs and the fish population in general. And we will have guest speakers such as Mr. Derek Theophil from the Fisheries Division, the Chief Fisheries Officer under the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, and we'll also have Josiah Benoit, the President of the Newtown Fisheries Cooperative.
Project Manager of Sustainable Ocean Alliance SOA Dominica, Shania Scotland. Let's move to news from the region where approximately 580,000 Jamaican taxpayers will benefit from the Reverse Income Tax Credit Initiative. First announced by Portfolio Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, the Reverse Income Tax Credit will provide a one-off $20,000 credit to individual taxpayers, whether employed or self-employed, who earn less than $3 million annually. Well, to be eligible, persons must be contributing to the system via education tax, National Housing Trust, and National Insurance Scheme statutory deductions. Payments will be made through remittance companies. Speaking at the launch event, Minister Clark emphasized the significance of the initiative in addressing income disparity in Jamaica. He said, and I quote, "We choose the threshold to be $3 million because we know that even persons who earn, that is, over $1.7 million can have a disproportionate experience from the period of high inflation." Internationally, Israel continued its intense airstrike campaign across Lebanon, which included several strikes in Beirut's southern suburbs and one in the center of the city. Israel's Lebanon's operation continues as leaders consider their response to Iran's Tuesday long-range attack in which hundreds of missiles fired into the country, according to Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador to the United Nations. Iran said the unprecedented attack was retaliation for a wave of assassinations carried out by Israel over the last several weeks, targeting Hezbollah, including leader Hassan Nasrallah. The U.S. fired missiles to help Israel defend itself against the missile attack, according to Pentagon's Major General Pat Ryder. Let's give you a recap of this morning's headlines. Education Minister Octavia Alfred says government appreciates the contribution of Dominican teachers as teachers today on island observe Teachers Appreciation Day. The Jamaica government launches a $20,000 one-off reverse income tax credit program, and Israel bombs central Beirut in precise strike. The best in sports comes up next. Stay tuned.
The range of King juices are 100% natural with no added sugar. King offers a range of refreshing juices which are enriched with vitamin C and no added preservatives. Delight yourself in one of King's nectars or treat your little ones with a Kinita box drink at a refreshingly low price today. Keen, the juice in our lives. Sold at major supermarkets island-wide. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More more money with NBD, it's more money.
Welcome to the DBS Major Morning Sports. Sir Johnson Charles and Faf du Plessis hit half centuries, powering the St. Lucia Kings into the finals of the Republic Bank CPL last night. The Kings took down the defending champions, the Guyana Amazon Warriors, in the first qualifier. Kings posted 198 for 5 batting first. They would have been a bit disappointed given the start, as they were at 124 without loss after 11 overs. While Johnson Charles made 79 from 45 balls and Faf du Plessis 57 from 36. Moe Allen picked up 2 for 24. Guyana chasing 199 for a spot in the finals were 106 for 4 after 13 overs when the rains came in. Sherman Hetmeyer got 37 not out. The Kings won by 15 runs via the Duckworth-Lewis method. Johnson Charles was named man of the match. St. Lucia has advanced to Sunday's finals, while Guyana Amazon Warriors will have another chance to advance to the finals when they take on the Barbados Royals on Friday in the second qualifier. Still with cricket, Dominica's very own Kavem Hodge has been rewarded for his good start to his Test cricket career, as he is among 15 players awarded retainer contracts by Cricket West Indies for the 2024-2025 season. Hodge, who made his debut against Australia earlier this year, has 2 half-centuries and a century against England under his belt. Dominica's Alec Athanas has also found favour and has been offered another retainer contract. Athanas and Hodge have been offered single-year contracts along with Craig Brathwaite, Kesey Carty, Roston Chase, Joshua De Silva, Akil Hussain, Romario Shepherd and Rovman Powell. While the Cricket West Indies has handed out new multi-year contracts to Shea Hope, Alzari Joseph, Shamar Joseph, Brandon King, Gudakesh Moti and Jaden Seals. The multi-year contracts are based on a new 4-year Memorandum of Understanding MOU signed in January 2024 between CWI and the West Indies Players Association WIPA. Cricket West Indies also handed out 15 retainer contracts to its women's players. The Windies captain Hayley Matthews, Stephanie Taylor and Shemaine Campbell are among the 15 female cricketers receiving contracts. Let's move to some Olympic news, where we can tell you President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove, says Dominica's recognitions from the Pan Am Sports General Assembly is testimony of the hard work being done by the Dominica Olympic Committee. The Pan Am Sports highlighted Dominica's performance at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympic Games during their General Assembly in Paraguay on Wednesday. President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove, received the award from the President of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, and Pan Am Sports President, Niveen Illick.
The Dominica Olympic Committee feels honored and very proud to have received this award of recognition from Pan Am Sports for our achievements at the Paris Olympic Games. As the President said, for a small country of about 65,000 people to have performed to the extent to have won a gold medal is a tremendous achievement. This award did not come easy. It was due to detailed planning, exquisite execution of plans, and a lot of hard work by both the Dominica Olympic Committee and by Tia Lafort herself. As President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, I would like to place on record my heartfelt gratitude to the members of the executive of the Dominica Olympic Committee for their support and utmost confidence that they have placed in me. I am privileged to be leading such a committed group of individuals, and we pledge that we will continue to work as hard as is humanly possible to bring further development and success to sports in Dominica.
President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove. In some athletics news, Pioneers Athletics Club's long-distance runner Kervin Lethan will be gunning for a second straight road race title as the Dominica Athletics Association stages its second road race of the off-season this weekend. Lethan blew away the opposition in the first race in Portsmouth in September and will be looking to add more points to his name when the runners meet again on Sunday in Grand Bay.
The excitement continues for athletics in Dominica with the second leg of the DAA Road Race Series, which is scheduled for Sunday, October 6th in Grand Bay. Registration will take place from 2 p.m. to 2:45 p.m. on the Pierre Charles Boulevard. The races begin at 3 p.m. The same distances and categories will be maintained throughout the road race series. 1K for the under 7, under 9, under 11 and under 13 categories, 2K for the under 15, 3K for the under 17, 5K for the under 20, under 35 and the masters categories. Registration is $1 per athlete. Also, the President's Challenge will continue, whereby those achieving the times set by the President of the DAA will receive an instant cash reward.
That was Felician Antoine, Dominica Athletics Association Assistant Secretary Treasurer. Back to some cricket. Stefan Pascal got a half-century, but it just wasn't enough to give the Desron Maloney 11 a win in their Windward Island Volcanoes practice match against Sunil Ambre's 11 Wednesday in St. Vincent. Pascal got 59 as the Maloney 11 were bowled out for 186 batting first. Jeremy Solozano added 31. And Desron Maloney, 28. Asif Hooper took 3 for 18. Janelle Eugene, 2 for 48. And Kamal Hamilton, 1 for 19. The Sunil Ambre's 11 made 186 for 6. Janelle Eugene top scored with 75 not out. And Kavem Hodge, 31. Ryan Williams took 2 for 44. And Kyron Phillip, 1 for 22. Windward Islands youth players Joel Dura, Luvio Charles, Darren Toussaint, Jelani Joseph and Arsenio Fontaine are among a number of players called up for training to form part of the next class of the Dominica Cricket Association. The Dominica Cricket Association has identified 27 players who will participate in some trial matches in a bid to form the next class. The Dominica Cricket Academy over the years has played a major role in producing the island's top cricketers. Alec Athenas, Kavem Hodge and Stefan Pascal are among recent graduates.
The new intake of the Dominica Cricket Academy begins with trial matches scheduled for October 5th to the 6th, 2024. The matches will form part of the process to select the new academy squad to begin training at the Benjamin Park facility. The players are Joel Durand, Darren Toussaint, Dylan John, Amiel Gilbert, Doan Benjamin, Derwin Lewis, Elon Pascal, Kenneth Valmon, Libert Daru, Brad George, Luvio Charles, Arsenio Fontaine, Aidan Burton, Mackay Paul, D'Artagnan Latai, Edmond Moranci, Jason Vidal, Mosiah Thomas, Chaviv Ambo, Cassidy Larocque, Khalil Martin, Chris Toussaint, Nian Davis, Kester Lestrade, Jai Lockhart, Kioma Telemark, and Jelani Joseph.
That was Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Cricket Association, Kimara Ito. Defending Women's Premier League champions, the New India Goodwill Runners will be eyeing the top position in the league as they take on the winless South City team as the tournament continues tonight at the DFA Technical Center. Kickoff is at 6:30 tonight. The Goodwill Runners are sitting in third place on 9 points with 3 wins and 1 defeat so far. Well, a win tonight will see them overtake the Roosevelt Skerrit Portsmouth Bombers, who occupy first place with 10 points. South City, meantime, have lost 4 straight games to open the season. The Women's League will also continue on Friday, with the Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers taking on the Mighty Avengers at the DFA Technical Center. In some more football, the Dominica Football Association is on a drive this weekend to sensitize clubs about the club licensing process ahead of the start of the 2025 football season. DFA PRO Abby Lawrence says the sessions are important as clubs must be licensed to participate in the various leagues of the DFA.
As we prepare for the 2025 football season, the Dominica Football Association announces its club licensing session to be held on the following days. On Saturday the 5th of October, 10 a.m. for the clubs in the Roseau catchment area, that would include South City way down to Maro, at the Dominica Football Association conference room on Saturday the 5th day of October 2024 at 10 a.m. The following areas will be due Tuesday the 8th at the Dubla Pavilion at 6 p.m. This is for the clubs in the Western Belt. The Northern Belt on the 9th, that's Wednesday the 9th, at the Marigot Primary School, Will Strathmore Primary School at 6 p.m. And at 10, on Thursday the 10th of October, 6 p.m. at the Jones Beaupierre Primary School in La Plaine. We are asking all clubs to send at least 3 representatives as we discuss the club licensings for the season 2025 and beyond. We are looking forward to having a favorable discussion with you all as we endeavor to better our product, better the club, and advance football. This is Abby Lawrence, PRO DFA.
All thanks to Abby Lawrence for that report. And of course, we've come to the end of the DBS Major Morning News and Sports for today. It is Thursday, the 3rd of October, 2024. Thank you very much for joining us. We have an 11 o'clock update. And of course, our next major news package will be at 1:15. On behalf of the entire news and sports department and our links person, Hazari and Ironi Williams, my name is Joseph Fadul. Of course, also want to extend a special Happy Teachers Appreciation Day to all teachers on island. And of course, once again, I am Joseph Fadul wishing you an awesome Almost Friday.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. 7:34 on Your Nature Wild. Of course, you are tuned in to your national broadcaster, DBS Radio. Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, we'd like to remind you of your Kalinago word of the day for today. And of course, today's Kalinago word is kalabuli. That's kalabuli. That's forest vine used as a rope substitute, and that's Kalabuli. Kalabuli. Kalabuli, a forest vine used by the Kalinago traditionally as a rope. Our Kalinago word of the day for today, of course, made possible compliments your nation station DBS Radio. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at 6:47 in the morning for another edition of your Kalinago word of the day. 7:36 is the time. Up next, your morning's weather report, made possible compliments the good folks of Big Edge Financial and Flow Dominica Limited.
What's on your back-to-school checklist? Fast, reliable internet, a free Chromebook, a smartphone. With Flow, you can check everything off your list. Sign up for broadband and get 25% off Turbo plus 6 months or free Chromebook while stocks last. And if you need a new phone, our postpaid bundles offer smartphones for just $4. Make back-to-school easy with Flow. Visit discoverflow.co for details.
At this time, we greet Dervon Matthew with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather update from the Dominica Meteorological Service at Douglas Charles Airport for the 3rd of October 2024, recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be fair to occasionally cloudy with scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms by afternoon. The current conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport are fair, with surface winds westerly at 4 knots or 7 km per hour. The present temperature 24 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall was 3.5 millimeters and the monthly rainfall so far is 3.5 millimeters. The sun will set today at 5:53 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 5:55 a.m. The high tide today will be at 3:30 p.m. and the next low tide will be at 9:34 a.m. and 10:05 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. A weak high-pressure system is the dominant feature across the area, which is expected to result in a relatively dry atmosphere. However, light winds and high daytime temperatures may lead to occasional cloudiness, scattered showers, and isolated thunderstorms. Meanwhile, a trough associated with Hurricane Kirk is expected to move northwards across the island chain later today, increasing the chances of cloudiness. Major Hurricane Kirk and Tropical Storm Leslie, located in the Central Atlantic, continue to be monitored. At this time, these systems are expected to remain over open water and pose no direct threat to the region. Northeasterly swells generated by Kirk could reach the area by this evening. Slight to moderate seas with wave heights reaching up to 7 feet are expected over the next 24 hours. Synopsis: a weak high-pressure system is the dominant feature. The forecast for today and tonight: fair to occasionally cloudy with scattered showers and the chance of isolated thunderstorms mainly by afternoon. The winds are expected to be light and variable, with sea conditions slight to moderate in open water with waves 1 to 2 meters or 3 to 7 feet. There are no warnings or advisories at this time. We are presently in the Atlantic hurricane season. For more information about weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, you can like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, or add our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Devon Matthew.
And we thank Dervon Matthew for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments of Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face, at least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go.
information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio. "20 minutes before 8 is the time. Up next, we present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board, made possible compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union and Valley Engineering Sales and Services.
Stretch your dollar at Valley Engineering. At Valley Engineering, our customers enjoy our dollar stretching price policy. Save money. Valley dollar stretch prices apply to a wide range of parts, which include water pumps, shock absorbers, steering and suspension parts, clutches, pressure plates, filters, oh yes, oil, gas, and air filters, NGK plugs, ball and roller bearings for wheels and transmission, timing and fan belts, engine gaskets, mechanics tools, brake parts, wiper blades, mud guards, grills, batteries, lubricants, starter and alternator parts, bulbs, head and park lamp, and many, many more items. These dollar stretch prices at Valley Engineering will not shock you. They will only surprise you. Why not visit us today on Goodwill Road or at our relocated Portsmouth outlet on Bay Street? So cut costs and save with Valley Engineering's dollar stretching. And now, your community bulletin board.
The government of the Commonwealth of Dominica is implementing the OECS Regional Health Project with funding from the World Bank Group. The government intends to apply part of the proceeds for consulting services. The consulting services include a consultancy to develop and implement a quality management system. The assignment is for a period of 12 months and is expected to commence in December of 2024. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services now invites eligible consultants to indicate their interest. For detailed terms of reference, TOR, for the assignment, email hendersons@dominica.gov.dm and copy to letbpprocurement@gmail.com. Further information can also be obtained at the Project Management Unit at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. Call them today at 266-2012-275-8352 between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Expressions of interest must be submitted by October 7, 2024 at 3 p.m. The University of the West Indies and the Division of Culture invites all to the E.O. Leblanc Memorial Lecture on Thursday, October 10 at 7 p.m. at the UE Auditorium. The theme is Dominica's Language, Kalinago Kweyol Kokoy. This event is free. It's now 16 minutes before 8. At this time, we've concluded this morning's presentation of the general announcements on your community bulletin board. Up next, a few items of what's on.